Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of Buckshot Thursday here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, AR the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about the David Hogg gun control fail recently, where he did an open mic at some university, and a woman who was a survivor of Mao's communist regime in China called his ass out on it and immediately destroyed his ass. The gun control debate is what it was, because that's the whole thing with these leftist asshole shit stains that want to sit there and fucking push, disarmament in this country. They can never actually back up their arguments at all, is what it is. And they're also a bunch of hypocrite douchebags for that matter, too, on top of that, because they will sit there and actively have armed guards around them at all times, just like Hogg does, just like Michael Bloomberg does, just like all his higher up people do, is what it is. Oh, there was a guy named Les Wexner here in Ohio who is actually on the Epstein flight logs, by the way, for those who don't know. He is also a huge donor to Ohio State University, and my sister, who works at one of the places at the university there, saw this dude and a bunch of armed guards coming in one day, and she's like, who the fuck is this guy? And then she found out later that he was Les Wexner and stuff like that, and she's like, why does this random old man have, like, a bunch of armed security around him at all times? And it makes sense, again, when you're all in the pedophile club is what it is there. So I'm not sitting there saying David Hogg is a pedophile, but, I mean, he's not far off. He fucking supports Democrats, so he isn't an enabler anyway, for sure, on that matter. Would it surprise me if he actually was, indicted in the club or whatever the case be or something like that? Probably not, honestly. I mean, the guy kind of looks like a creepy-ass motherfucker that'd be caught in a sting like that. Anyway, that being said, so that's one topic we're going to talk about today is what it is, a little bit more on that one. The other main topic of the day will be the Apple River stabbing verdict. For those who haven't heard about this one, I want to say this is in Wisconsin this happened, but I could be wrong about the state, honestly, because I kind of halfly followed it as what it was there. But yeah, from my understanding, I watched the video and stuff like that. The guy that was charged with guilty verdict today basically said straight up, he's like, hey, I fought off this group of teens to self-defense is what it was. And basically, from my understanding, what it was in that situation was, what all started the whole thing was, you had this older guy named Nikolai Mao or Meow or something like that is what it was. It's really weird how to pronounce his last name is what it is. It's something with an M. But anyway, you had him out there on the river tubing, and I guess this group of teens was also out the tubing is what it was. He had apparently had his cell phone with him, ended up dropping the phone into the river somehow or something like that, or it got lost like as the tubes were going down the river or something like that. What happened there is what it was. So he got out of the tubes like at one of the little inlays there, whatever you call it there, that you can get out where it's like shallow water and stuff, like a sandbar kind of deal or whatever. And he was asking this group of kids that was there, this group of teen guys that were there. He was like, "Hey, have you guys seen my phone? Like I lost it in the river and stuff like that. Like just asking a fucking question basically." And apparently it went from there to like escalating to like this crazy situation where they were trying to like say he was a child molester and fucking he was like trying to take pictures of little girls and that's why he dropped his phone or something like that, etc. And it basically led to them like being the aggressors in that situation and trying to attack this dude. In response, I don't know if he had like a pair of shorts on, or a pair of swim trunks on, whatever it was, but he had somebody had a pocket in the pocket of the what he had on there is what it was. Pulls out a pocket knife and proceeds to like kind of like get the fuck off me, bitches, which is obviously self defense at that point. And yeah, I ended up stabbing one of these kids, I guess, and then everybody kind of fucking freaked out and stuff. And he ended up getting a guilty verdict in the stabbing death of this kid named Isaac, is what it was now. So it's a fucked up situation all the way around. And honestly, like, truthfully speaking, from everything I've seen of this personally, it's a clear-cut case of self-defense, dude. Like, how this guy could be charged with anything is fucking beyond me at this point. If anybody should have been charged with anything, it should have been the teenagers in that situation being charged with felony murder with their buddy, because they were the ones that were the aggressors in the situation entirely is what it is. So, yeah, it's all a bunch of bullshit entirely, man. And it really goes, honestly, to show, again, just like with Daniel Perry, just like with Daniel Penny, just like with all these other cases in our society now, that, they're going to fuck you every single time. The justice system, if they can fuck you, they're going to fuck you in the ass is what it is, dude. Even if you have, like, obvious video evidence of the situation to where you are being assaulted by these fucking people, you simply, bring in an equalizer against a group. Now all of a sudden, you're the one on trial for murder is what it is. which again goes back to these leftist ass states like that too, for that matter. That, you know, you'll have like some racial justice jury is what it is now, is what the problem is right now too on that one, dude. And then meanwhile, on the flip side, God forbid you're fucking, you know, some minority that does actual fucking crimes in this country, and then you sit there and fucking, you know, get a, you know, all black jury, whatever the fuck it is there, like, yeah, you're just gonna get off with a fucking slap on the wrist, dude. Just look at Ethan Liming's murder there is what it is, and outside the I Promise school. You had a white kid being murdered by two black males, and those guys got fucking slaps on the wrist as brothers there. It was like 2 and 5 years respectively was what they got, or something like that is what it was there. So, yeah, like it was a joke, dude. And yet, meanwhile, this guy in this Apple River case and stuff like that is looking at like 6 decades in prison right now. Are you fucking kidding me? It's a fucking joke, man. Our justice system is a fucking joke at this point. Then you got obviously the fucking douchebags in the ATF sitting there trying to be all like, well, we somehow have the ability to write law now. It's like, no, you fucking don't. You don't even have the ability to exist right now, motherfuckers. You're like I said before in the last grandstand this morning. You fucking assholes have like no leg to stand on at this point. And if we kick the fucking crutch out from under you that is the National Firearms Act 34 at this point, you don't exist anymore as a fucking entity, dude, at all. It's that simple, quite literally. Not to mention every fucking thing they're talking about right now has to do with fuckface Biden signing in a fucking piece of legislation he had no legal right to sign in place to begin with, what it was there, because he's a fucking cheating sack of shit. So, yeah. Everybody and their brother just needs to keep doing private sales in states that have private sales on them is what it is, dude. Fuck the goddamn feds at this point. Tell them to go eat shit is what it is, man. Like, we have got, like, honestly, dude, it fucking pisses me off every single day that something hasn't kicked off at this point, because our founding fathers are spinning in their fucking graves right now, man. They would have kicked shit off like 10 years ago at least, man, with this shit. It would have been Obama's second term. They would have fucking kicked something off back then is what it is. After his gun grab tyranny after Sandy Hook and stuff like that, dude, they would have kicked shit off right then and there is what it would have been. And our country would have been 100 fucking times better off right now is what it is, man. Actually, sorry. Founding fathers wouldn't even let it get to that point because they would have actually done something after 9/11 with the fucking Patriot Act is what it was then. So it would have been more like 22 years ago, honestly. So, anyway. But yeah, so here is this is the video in question, though, better quality version of it than the one I was talking about this morning is what it was. This is dipshit David Hogg being owned on gun control is what it is then. By a woman who survived Mao's communism. So it turns up just a little bit.
The Lily Tan Williams, and welcome to my Live Free or Die state. Actually, I am a Chinese immigrant who survived communism. And under Mao, 40 million people were starving to death after he sold the communism to them. And 20 million people died, murdered during his Cultural Revolution. So my question to you, David, is that can you guarantee me, a gun owner tonight, our government in the U.S., in D.C., will never become a tyrannical government? Can you guarantee that to me?
There's no way I can ever guarantee that any government will not be tyrannical.
Well, then the debate on gun control is over, because I will never give up my guns. Never. And you should go to China to see how gun control works for dictatorship of CCP.
Spare.
All right. Yeah, that was it for that one. So yeah, and she's right about that, dude. And that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, dude. Like, it needs to, these pieces of shit like Hogg, etc., dude, just need to be tossed out of this fucking country on their ass is what it is, man. They need to just be thrown the fuck out of our nation entirely and go from there is what it is. So I also want to point something out too, by the way, in this whole situation. You have dipshit Hogg doing the open forum, whatever it is there, that, allowed him to be fucking owned by this one is what it is. But yet, he will never actually debate anyone on gun control or anything else like that in the past, 6 years or so, since the whole Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shooting is what it was there. And why is that? Oh, yeah, because he would have lost like a motherfucker just like this right here is what it is, dude. That's exactly what it is. These people are scumbags. They're fucking shit, dude. They have nothing that they can ever stand on except their fucking soapbox and be all like, oh, but we should totally have gun control because X, Y, and Z. It's like, well, guess what, dude? X, Y, and Z is bullshit. So go fuck yourself. Like, literally. And, of course, we got this bullshit here from some woman who was part of the whole young BLM terrorism back in the 90s when OJ had his trial. There's what it is. We'll listen to this clip here because I can't actually show it because it's technically, some stuff with douchebag network is what it is there. But I do want people to hear what this one has to say is what it is because they're talking about OJ dying at 76 years, what it is. But yeah, as Nino pointed out, he said reports death of OJ Simpson and BLM version of the 90s that promised riots if he was convicted. And it's fucked up what this woman says, by the way, because she basically almost admits to the fact that OJ killed two people and clear-cut case of murder is what it is there. But then just stop just short of that whole thing, dude. Right? So let's go ahead and listen to this.
And it's also just worth noting how much was impacted by this trial, Jake. So many things happened. We saw policing changing here in the city. And it's also worth noting because of that unrest, that racial unrest in the 90s, that is why so many people who may not have been invested in OJ Simpson were just happy to see that someone who was rich and famous and black could get away with what other people did in the system as well, too.
Yeah, as you said that. What other people did? Yeah, you mean murder, bitch? Say it like it is, you fucking dumb cunt. That's what she really means. She means a bunch of fucking pieces of shit out there, minorities in our country at the time. We're happy to see a fucking black dude get away with double murder is what it was. It's fucking disgusting is what it is, dude, for real. Why the fuck is the FBI trending right now? What's going on?
What's up, man? Making some dinner.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why the feds are now trending on X right now.
Feds.
Let's see. Chris Wray warns of co-organized attack on U.S. just weeks after Moscow concert held terror. Translation: remove FISA so we can spy on people. Yeah. Okay, so that's on there.
That thing that's the Patriot Act on crack.
Yeah, it's the wireless warrant taps and shit like that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what they did to me back in 2019 when they were illegally searching my shit is what it was then for 6 days that I didn't know about until I admitted to it after the fact. So
Good times.
yeah, fucking great times. But yeah, I was just talking about that douchebag David Hogg getting owned by some Chinese woman about communism and stuff.
Good. Maybe if he actually hear it from the lips of people that have experienced it, he'd have a different opinion.
Yeah. Well, he had no argument against the whole thing because he was talking about, hey, like this is how I defeat your gun control, basically. So.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hell, the motherfucker admitted several times he wasn't even there that day. So there was that.
Probably some of that white privilege.
Yeah.
No,
Have you followed this Apple River stabbing?
I don't think so.
Okay. Apparently the guy was found guilty today, and I got said earlier, I think it's bullshit because it was definitely self-defense. Yeah, they found him guilty of reckless homicide and lesser counts and deadly stabbing. Let's see.
Is there like a video on it, or?
There is, but I can't show it because it's technically an underage kid getting stabbed to death.
Oh, Jesus.
So, but the thing is, like, him and his buddies were all the aggressors in the situation, but yet none of them were on trial for anything, is what it is.
Huh.
Yeah, apparently this happened in 2022. I didn't even realize that part of it. I thought it was this year, actually. So, but yeah, it said Nikolai Mu, or Mao, I pronounce the guy's name there, was guilty of lesser counts of deadly stabbing in Apple River in 2022. 54 years old, was charged with first-degree homicide, attempted first-degree homicide, battery charges stemming from the incident which killed then 17-year-old Isaac Schumann and hurt 4 others. Said, however, if jurors found the evidence doesn't reach the level of these charges, they could also consider lesser charges on second-degree homicide, attempted second-degree homicide, reckless homicides, and recklessly endangering safety. Said that was key, as the jurors unanimously found him guilty of all lesser counts: first-degree reckless homicide, 4 counts of first-degree reckless endangering safety and battery, not the 5 highest charges he faced. Said verdict came after 7 hours of deliberations.
So was this guy like getting jumped or what?
So apparently what happened was, the gist of it is that he was at him and some people he was with were tubing or whatever on this river. And then I guess this group of teens was also tubing on the river or whatever. He had lost his phone at some point in the river somehow and simply walked, because they were on like a sandbar or something like that, all the tubes were and shit. And he walked over to these guys and was like, hey, have you guys seen my cell phone? I dropped it in the river or something a little while back or whatever. And they're like, no, we haven't seen it or whatever. And then apparently they started accusing him of taking pictures of young girls and he was a pedophile and stuff like that. And then I guess they tried to start jumping him and stuff, and that's where the video is actually shown a little bit there, is what it is, of them like sort of attacking him at that point, to which he then pulled some kind of a pocket knife out of his pocket and started stabbing at them, is what it is, and then popped this Isaac kid in the chest or whatever, and I guess popped a couple of the other ones like in the arms and stuff like that, and obviously was trying to get a self-defense case in the situation, which it sounded like it was, honestly, and yeah, he basically was charged with homicide, is what it is now, reckless homicide. So.
Yeah.
And the thing was, like, this dude was like an upstanding member of society too. Like, he was an engineer and stuff in this country. He was basically just a good guy, it sounds like.
Well,
and now he's facing potentially 6 decades in prison for this shit now.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and self-promote here. There's a reason why the old Tactical Muffin Top carries pepper spray. And the biggest reason is dogs, but a group of people, if you give yourself a wall of pepper spray, you give yourself way more time.
Yeah.
There is a need for less than lethal, I believe. And I know some people don't agree with it, but I am very much, especially since, like, I've had to use it for work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I didn't have to smoke a dude. Like, it's a different thing if you actually have to use it. So.
Yeah, I almost had to kill 2 people a couple years ago, and they stole my gun if I'd been here that time. But I wasn't, thank God, so. But now I have no gun, so there you go.
So what else? Anything on that? There was like a shooting at some kind of Ramadan deal or something.
I talked about that this morning, and then I brought it up again yesterday too. Apparently, I guess it was an unrelated thing. Like, you had the Ramadan thing going on in South Philly there, or whatever, at some like random center place, or whatever.
Really?
And it was like half a block over. There was like 4 or 5 underage teens that were in rival gangs, and they started pulling illegally possessed guns on each other and started popping off at each other, and the cops caught them all. Basically, is what it was.
Yeah. So that's not in the news anymore because it was gang related. We can't.
Oh yeah. Well, not only gang related, it was also black kids as well. So it's like, yeah. So of course it's gonna not fit the narrative immediately and be like, okay, we're done here. Of course, we got OJ dead at 76 today.
Yeah, seen that.
Let's see what else we got. Matthew McConaughey says there's no initiation process in Hollywood. I call bullshit on that one.
Anything else spicy happened today?
Let's see. Oh yeah, you got this fucking woman praising. This is what I was listening to a couple minutes ago, praising OJ and saying so many people were happy to see him get away with murder because he was rich, famous, and black. Fucking nut job for real.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Might be the most unintelligent thing I've heard.
Apparently, that idiot Jake Paul is now inviting President Trump and Barron to his fight against Mike Tyson.
That's a joke.
I honestly really hope that Tyson punches him so hard in the face it kills him in that ring.
He can punch him in the face. It's part of the rules. That's why Mike Tyson was training body shots, and I don't know if you've seen him training.
Oh.
Holy crap, man. Mike Tyson is still fast as hell.
Well,
I'm going to shred his kidneys.
Okay. Well, then hopefully he punches him so hard in the fucking stomach he shreds his liver. Then if that be the case,
Yeah. Okay, so get this right. So this Logan Paul guy, he can wear headgear, and he can't get punched in the face, and he can tag out with his brother in this fight. Like, it's not even a real fight.
nah, it sounds like a bunch of BS.
Yeah. I can't wait for Tyson to fucking shred him, dude.
Let's see. Is there anything else we're talking about here?
Fucking Twitch or whatever the fuck else they do.
Let's see. We got I will not rest until he is gone. View host Joy Behar defames President Trump, saying he is liable for rape. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Well, so is everybody who's at Epstein's Island, but we're never gonna get to know that.
Well, I'm sure she was probably on the fucking list, is my guess, honestly. So, let's see. If there's anything else we're talking about right now. Oh, yeah, that was what they're talking about in the FBI thing. Yeah, Chris Wray warns of coordinated attack weeks after Moscow attack. After 3 years of Biden's open border system that led a bunch of Islamic terrorism and everything else in this country.
Yeah.
So.
But that's a conspiracy theory. That never happened.
Let's see, we got Seattle dance team told to remove their American flag shirts or leave because some competitors felt triggered and unsafe over it. Fuck that bullshit. I mean, honestly, to be fair, though, that is kind of a slap in the face to the American flag because it is breaking flag code pretty hard, so. I know that people like G-Wubs have a big problem with people wearing American flag apparel. So, which is understandable if you know flag code, and it does kind of violate flag code pretty hard. So, but that's obviously not why they were asked to pull it off. It was they were asked to take it off because fucking bunch of douchebag leftists are all like, we hate the American flag and we love communism. So, anyway. Let's see what else we got here.
You gotta turn you down a little bit. The boy's walking around, and he's not allowed to be around language at the moment.
All right. See, Biden regime improves. Here we go. Yeah, Biden regime approves expansion of background checks for gun shows and online firearm sales. So it's them basically trying to do with private sales. ATF released that BS rule today too, for that matter. So. Yeah, the engage in a business final rule, which again, ATF can't write law, so there you go. Neither is Merrick Garland as the Attorney General, for that matter, because he's appointed by a cheater, so. Yeah, bunch of garbage all the way around, man. And of course, there's that video of Hogg getting destroyed by some Chinese lady. So, let's see what else we got here. Anything we're talking about? Oh, yeah, this is interesting. Popular kids' meal Lunchables found to have high levels of lead ingredients linked to cancer in them, apparently.
I'm back,
So
baby.
that's great. Get your 74% of lead every day for a Lunchable, man.
Yeah, I've seen that. All right. Listen to that in your other chat. That's messed up. That's why my crew doesn't eat Lunchables.
Yeah. I used to have them once in a while, and they always tasted kind of funny to me. It makes sense now that I was getting heavy metals in my system all the time then. So,
you know, the more of the like ingredients and stuff I see, like the General Mills cereal, my son doesn't eat that either. Like, we don't eat that crap in our house. Yeah. Ever since I went like on this raw food diet and started like checking stuff out, I don't eat a lot of stuff anymore.
There was a video, if I can get it real quick here. I'm gonna pull it up right now. So apparently, I guess somebody was using one of the ice cream drumsticks here recently and left it sit out because you know how they had that stuff with Walmart years ago where it wasn't melting, like it was supposed to be ice cream, but it wasn't melting or whatever.
Yeah, it's not actually ice cream.
So I guess these drumsticks, they figured out, are not actual food either, because they had it sitting out for 22 hours.
And they don't melt.
And somehow it's not completely melted there at 22 hours. So, yeah, there's definitely some kind of weird binder in it for sure that's not human consumption worthy or whatever. Not to mention, like, even what is melted there doesn't even look like ice cream at all. It's like some weird, like, water-based shit, basically. Which is probably just, like, the freezer burn or whatever. So, yeah, very disturbing. Very disturbing indeed. So... Anyway, back to the Lunchable thing now. So a new study from Consumer Reports revealed that popular kids' food Lunchables contain certain amounts of lead in its prepackaged meals. Says the report tested 12 Lunchable products in a study and discovered that 5 contained over 50% more lead than California's legal amount. Parents have been using Lunchables for decades as quick lunches, but the Consumer Reports' latest revolution might make parents reconsider the decision to feed their children the prepacked lunch that usually consists of deli meat, cheese, and crackers. Said Amy Ketting, a dietitian at Consumer Reports, said there's a lot to be concerned about with these kits. So they're highly processed, regularly eating processed meat, a main ingredient in many of these products, has been linked to a risk in some cancers. And then it said our food supply is poison. Lunchables found to contain relatively high levels of lead. So the Hill reports popular kids snack Lunchables contains relatively high levels of lead and sodium, which makes sense. It's just full of salt is what it is there. So Consumer Reports advocacy group said at least 12 store-bought versions of Lunchables, which are made by Kraft Heinz, which, by the way, both Kraft and Heinz are basically fake food. Heinz ketchup is one of the most processed pieces of shit out there. It's not even... There's a reason why it doesn't say tomato ketchup on it anymore, because it doesn't use tomatoes anymore. It's... You look at the back of the ingredients, high fructose corn syrup and a bunch of other crap designed to look like fucking food, and it tastes like garbage to you for that matter. That's why I stopped eating that shit years ago. So along with similar lunch and snack kits be found relatively high levels of lead and cadmium in the Lunchable kits. Said cadmium is a chemical element linked to negative effects on the kidney and skeletal and respiratory systems. Makes sense why all these kids are fucked up then if that'd be the case from respiratory issues and stuff. And it's classified as human carcinogen, avoiding to the world, according to the World Health Organization. Said there is not a safe level of lead for children. CDC notes said sodium levels in the kits range from 460 to 740 milligrams per serving, nearly a quarter to half of a children's daily recommended limit for salt. That's fucking insane, man. Jesus. So yeah, don't eat Lunchables. So. Oh, apparently Tactical had to leave us then. Yeah, I'll be going to his chat in a couple hours. Here's what it is. So. But anyway. Yeah, it's just fucking wild, man. Like, and again, it really goes back and shows exactly why we need to stop letting them poison our fucking food supply at this point, dude. Why you need to have shit be trust busted in the ground at this point. Not to mention, you had this article come out the other day here that was talking about how it said, what's that now here? Yeah, it said, you will eat the bugs. Democrats block amendment to require informing people that they're eating bugs in various foods. So if this had actually been put in place as an amendment to something as what it was the other day, you would have actually had American citizens across the board know exactly what was in our food supply, like bioengineered ingredients and stuff like that. That it would have been like, no, this is actually like, you know, bunch of grind up mealworms or something like that in there. It's a bunch of like grinded up crickets or something like that is what it is then. Or it's like flour produced by that shit is what it is, or something that's in that thing. But instead they're just like, oh no, go ahead and eat the fucking bugs, y'all. It's fucking disgusting is what it is, dude. Yeah, as this person here in the comment section said a couple hours ago, says FDA, eating bugs is good for you and the environment. City health inspectors were shutting your restaurant down due to bugs. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at how many restaurants were shut down due to like roaches and stuff in the fucking place, dude. Yet meanwhile, they're like, oh no, go ahead and eat the roaches is what it is, bro. So. Oh yeah, people were talking about that ice cream there as well. It said right on the thing, it says artificial flavors. So FDA rules on what is artificial and what isn't. So really anything can be deemed natural by their methods. It's unreal how unhealthy foods are making us right now. Yeah, it's crazy shit, man, honestly. So, and then you have somebody here in the comment section talking about the ingredients list on those drumsticks, is what it was, which was cellulose gel, guar gum, mayo something or other, and then cellulose gum. Said no wonder that drumstick is filled with 2 cellulose, aka wood pulp, a common food thickener, and wallpaper paste, and the gums use force oils and water-based ingredients to mix and form a glue that, like gel, that binds everything together. We eat this stuff every day in ketchup, canned soups, chocolate, etc. It's fucking gross, man. And again, it honestly goes back to exactly what I said before, man. Like, there's a reason why you have American food products banned in, like, what is it, like 30-something countries across the world right now? Or even more than that, maybe? But yet they're allowing us to be fucking poisoned with this bullshit, too. It's fucking disgusting is what it is, dude. So... And of course, people were talking about why OJ actually died, which was the good old clickety-clack. So, wouldn't surprise me, honestly. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But anyway, I think that's going to be about it for today, though. Don't really got much else to talk about besides that. I mean, I guess technically I could go back and see what's trending in Ohio. Here's what it is, or why Ohio is actually trending as a state right now. So. Yeah, of course, you got this dumb cunt bitching about Biden might be kicked off the ballot here because his dumbass is having the DNC too late to actually get on our ballot, what it is then. Said, I fucking hate it here sometimes. Come on, Ohio, get your shit together. Just leave, bitch. Seriously. Fucking leave. If you hate the state so much, get the fuck out and move someplace else, you dumb cunt. Fucking sick of your shit, lady. Yeah, I called her dumbass. And I'm like, move to another state and get the fuck out of here. So. Anyway. Jesus fucking Christ. And you got this fucking clown-ass guy named Larry here. Bitching and moaning about, don't let them take Ohio into a confederacy. Shut up, Larry, you fucking idiot. Fun fact, dipshit, Larry, it was the North that still had slaves after the fucking Civil War, you jackass. For at least a couple years until it became unpopular, and then they were like, oh shit, we're scumbags on the left. Fuck yourself, leftist. Alright, let's see. This is actually cute. Somebody did a bunch of machinery to be the OHIO. That's funny. I like it. Although, to be fair, that's a pretty shitty H because it's more like 2 eyes, honestly, because it doesn't have the actual, like, cross beam thing for the actual H. So. Then you got that Larry guy again saying Ohio's a pro-choice state. No, we're not, asshole. directly violates Article 1, Section. Birth control. Yeah, so a bunch of people are just talking about solar eclipse in the Ohio trending right now, and then various weather issues and stuff like that. Yeah, I love how they're all talking about how, oh yeah, oh of course, they're gonna cite this fucking douchebag David Pepper, who is the most corrupt ass scumbag from the fucking Democrat Party because he was the DNC chair or whatever here in Ohio. Or not DNC chair, he was a Democrat Party chair is what it was here in Ohio. Claims he uncovered struggling Ohioans have been bankrolling campaigns for powerful Republican candidates and stuff, and pay-to-play schemes. Bullshit. No, what we've been fucking having to pay for is the fucking asshole leftist douchebags is what it is, dude. Bunch of fucking cunts, dude, for real. And of course you got this fucking stupid cunt right here. Jerking off old bitch Marcy Kaptur, who's been in fucking office longer than I've been alive in this country, dude. This old woman right here in the fucking gray top and stuff has been serving in the United States Congress for over 40 fucking years now, dude. She has no business being in office anymore, dude. She has absolutely fucked Ohio on so many different times. What it is, man. Ain't even funny. That's kind of fucked up, actually. So we had this one that some guy was ranting about, saying, Sunbury, Ohio, approximately 48 to 60 dogs living in basically a swamp in a backyard for an alleged dog fighting when we're taking it from the property here in the last couple of days or something. So that's pretty wild. Sad, man. Very sad. So, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. And again, talking about Islamic terrorism taking over here. Got the Ohio chapter of CAR, which would be the Islamic crap there. Welcomed a decision by the Hilliard City School Board of Education to recognize Muslim holiday of Abashur, which is like their final day of fucking Ramadan crap or whatever, dude. So fucking stupid, man. Yeah, I've fucking had it with these goddamn people, man. I really fucking have. So. And you got this dumb cunt underneath that was talking about, oh, we need to fucking make sure Biden's on the ballot in Ohio. No, you need to shut your fucking mouth and stop allowing cheaters to be on anything, dumb cunt. So, yeah, and the reason that he's not going to be potentially on is that fucking you got the DNC taking place too late is what it is, dude. It's not that hard, people. Really not that hard at all. So, it's like have the fucking DNC before August 6th, I think is what it is. Or you're not going to be on Ohio's ballot, period. End of fucking story. So eat shit, basically, is what it is, dude. But anyway. Okay, this is actually pretty good. I gotta watch this one, dude, because this has got to be shown for the last thing of the day is what it'll be here. So it was when the elites, what is it here? Yeah, it's elites when too many people are becoming aware of what's going on.
People are coming back to their consciousness, sir. Did you poison the food supply? Yes, sir. There's no mineral left in the soil. Are you feeding them negativity on the news? Yes, sir. War and death. Social media. Yes, sir. Gender wars. Damn. Racism. It's not enough. They keep coming back. What do? We need to lower their immune system. I thought we did that already with the...
Okay. We're going to cut it off right there because I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to know that part of it, dude, because, yeah, I don't want to get a chill strike on that one, dude. So... Yeah, then they keep going saying stuff with this dude. This one's actually pretty spot on this one. It was this chick talking about how she's pointing to the thing up the thing there. It says, "No man wants to raise another man's child and be the cleanup guy." Pass. So let's see what she actually has to say about this whole thing then.
This comment right here. I really don't think that he's speaking for all men, because I know that there will be somebody that steps up one day.
Okay, since that's what you're calling. Yeah, she's saying, yeah, and everybody else is like, nope, it's all men. So I don't know, man. It's like, again, it's hard to say on that one because I feel like it's mostly right. Like I would say the majority of guys are going to be like, nah, bitch, like go fuck yourself kind of thing is what it is there. But at the same time, like there is, like, depending on the female, obviously, there is a few guys out here that would be like, no, I'm going to, be with this woman or whatever the case be. Oh, she has to give from another man, whatever, Because that's the thing, right? Like my brother, my sister-in-law had a son before him with another man. And he's now, being that kid's, basically the only father that kid ever knew is what it is. And then you have them having a daughter together is what it is then. So, but anyway. That being said, like there are definitely guys out here that will just, they'll find the woman that they want to be with. And it's like, yeah, they have a kid, whatever, it's whatever, kind of thing. But it's like, for the most part, if the guy doesn't have to be having a kid from a previous marriage and stuff, or not previous marriage, kid from a previous relationship with this chick is what it is, where she let some other dude, nut inside of her and have that man's child's what it was then. Like, there is a big difference what it is there, dude. So, and like I said before, like there's a couple, I personally have been talking to a few women, here's what it is, from high school and stuff like that. I've had kids since then or whatever the case be. And I would still honestly be with them in a relationship and stuff like that, even though they have, a child. But then again, at the same time, that child already knows, they're old enough to know at this point because they're like 8, 9, 10 years old, whatever the case be. And it's like, yeah, that I'm not your fucking daddy. Like, I'm never going to be your fucking daddy. Like, I'll be a great stepdad to you is what it is, though. But that's about it is what it is, man. So, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Well, here we go again, people. Looks like they found fentanyl Floyd 2.0 for the 2024 riots then, which is this fucking idiot here in Texas. Texas man yelled, "I can't breathe," before being killed in police custody, body cam video shows. There's actually video evidence of it too earlier and stuff. So, yep, they found their fentanyl Floyd 2.0 is what it is, man. And here they were looking for that dumbass in Chicago as the guy, so they found a different guy in Texas now is what it is. So, yeah, just absolutely fucking disgusting, man, is what it is. Speaking of absolutely fucking disgusting, going back to the racial hatred in this country of black and white hate crimes and stuff like that, you had this one, which was 14-year-old Wyoming boy Bobby Mayer was stabbed to death at a mall by 2 teens wearing ski masks at the shopping mall. So the 2 teens, both 15, named Jara Plunkett and Dominique Harris were stalking his girlfriend and another girl when Bobby showed up to escort them to safety. It's a surveillance video shown in the court shows that Bobby was backing off when the two teens then lunged at him, picking him up and slamming him headfirst to the ground before punching him repeatedly. One of them, Plunkett, plunged a knife into Bobby's body. Said after they were arrested, they told cops that he called them, quote, freaks, which they are, but there's no evidence that he did anything more than that. And that tell them to leave when they were harassing the girls. Yeah, fucking disgusting, dude. And again, like this, and I talked about this last year actually, when I was hanging out with my mom's best friend and her family for Christmas back then, when mom was still with us at the time, and when we have a good Christmas, so it was there. And yeah, this woman was being like, "Hey, grandkids, like, why do you carry knives?" And like, I just kind of looked at her. I'm like, "Are you serious?" And even her granddaughter's like, "How fucking crazy is that, right?" And I'm like, exactly. And I knew exactly what she was talking about, dude. It's like, yeah, because you're going to get murked out for being a white kid is what it is nowadays, dude. It's fucking disgusting is what it is, dude. So, yeah, just fucking absolutely infuriating is what it is, man. So, anyway. Apparently somebody won a DARPA contract to put a lunar railroad, a fucking train on the goddamn moon. Wow. Wow. We really are fucked, man. For Christ's sakes, bro. Okay, this is fucking cool, man. I can't show this because it's gun stuff and probably violates YouTube's policies, I'm sure. But it basically shows there is a gun company now that makes, it's like a twist off upper almost, where it's like right, like where you have like the way the ARs are set up or whatever the case be. It's like right where you're I'm trying to think what that's called now. I think it's the chamber, maybe. That sounds right. Yeah, it'd be like the chamber area or whatever, like that piece of the thing where the actual rounds eject from and stuff. It's like right in front of that. So it's right in front of the magwell and stuff like that's what it is. It like pulls off, like twists off or whatever, and then you can pop on another different upper is what it is there. And I'm going to put this on the network's page actually on X there, because it's basically this dude shooting a couple rounds of 5.56 out of it and then popping on this 300 blackout upper instead. So it looks like it has a different gas tube. It has different so yeah, it looks like it's got like the gas tube change. It like changes out like the gas tube, changes out obviously the barrel to a different caliber entirely. That's pretty interesting, man. The problem with that is though, right, is as those that don't know, if you put a 300 blackout in a 5.56, it'll blow up your fucking gun, literally. It's basically a kill round for that firearm. And the problem with that is too, it's like, yeah, if you picked up and I think actually, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it would be the opposite of that too. If you would put a 5.56 round in 300 blackout, like it would do the same thing, honestly. So yeah, you definitely want to have like a thing on that where it's like one's like, like a red like thing that just says 5.56 on the side or something like that. And like a different one that has like a similar coloration or something that says like 300 blackout or something on it then for the actual mags, just in case. Because you never know what's going to happen on that one, man. But anyway. So. Yeah, this person's saying, America took them in and they are chaining death to America. Outrageous. Yep, exactly, bro. Well, and here's the thing though, right? Did we really take them in? No. The American government took them in to fucking take us out as American patriots. That's what it was, dude. And yet you got the fucking FBI that will sit there and put fucking bullshit-ass things against people like me for being a white male in this country and have fucking bullshit-ass things on us, like various shit on us, or like Alex Jones will have fucking all kinds of, documentation on his ass what it is there. Yet meanwhile, they don't have actual terrorist watch lists on these fucking illegal aliens in our country, on these fucking Islamic terrorists, they've been imported into our country and stuff like that, have actual terrorist ties to them is what it is, man. Like I said before, you know, it was almost 5 years ago now is when I was federally swatted. It's about 4.5 years, give or take right now. Just over that, actually. Because it'll be August this year. It'll be 5 years now. So it's just over 5 months from that now. Wait, I'm trying to think now. No, it'll be 4 months from now. I don't know why. I'm trying to think November for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. So, or no, it'd be October then. Or September. No, I'm thinking about September then. So yeah, it would have been, so it would have been like mid-August, and that's what it is. So about, roughly 4 months from now, so it'll be then. So just over 4.5 years then right now. And the point is, though, is that you have, during that time back in 2019, there was a mosque right near Ohio State's campus down there in Columbus that had at least 100 failed and successful terrorist attacks tied to it at that point in history. I know for a fact it's at least doubled or quadrupled since then. And because there's been stuff in our news about it all the time is what it is there. And yet they're still not doing terrorist watch list stuff on these people is what it is, dude. Like they basically burned all their fucking shit is what it is there. And it's like, why? It's fucking ridiculous, dude. And of course, you got that piece of shit, Alan Rickman, or Rickson, however you pronounce the guy's name, the guy that plays Reacher in that Reacher series. Attacks Christians who support Donald Trump, claiming Trump is a racist and their poster child. I mean, to be fair, the guy was a giant cuck wearing a fucking, talking about arresting the cops in the Breonna Taylor case and stuff like that there. So what the fuck do you really expect from this asshole? Not to mention, he literally starred in that Blue Mountain State series years ago, where he played the character of Thad, where he was shoving shit up his ass in that show, dude. So, and doing all kinds of other gay shit is what it was there, man. Which goes back to really the humiliation stuff in the in Hollywood there, like Xena did the other day, where he was told to go out on stage basically naked is what it was there. So, yeah. I'm not sure what fucking movie this is from, but it's basically a little baby. It's a Pixar movie of some kind. It's a little baby and some wolves and stuff like that, just like in the kid. Being like she's now a wolf. It's pretty funny. So, anyway. But yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, dude, entirely. And obviously can't show a couple of these right now in a row because it was, first of all, it's a bunch of black teens fighting each other in some high school there. And then you had, it was some white girl saying something, like just standing there doing nothing really. This black girl starts beating the fuck out of her is what it was, dude. And again, man, like, this is why you don't fucking let your hands drop, dude. Never, seriously. If you're gonna be around these fucking people, man, you fucking gear up, dude. You don't fucking leave your hands out your sides, man, so they can punch you in the fucking face randomly. No, you fucking put your shit up, you block their fucking punches, and then you knock their fucking ass out cold with one shot. That's what it is then. And be done with it, dude. So. Ironically, this is pretty much accurate with our current culture and stuff right now, especially with that Reed guy there in Chicago, which was no mother should fear for her son's life every time he shoots at police. Yep, pretty much, man. So, fucking spot on, bro. Spot on. That's interesting. This was as of 8 hours ago. You had the country of Vietnam sentenced real estate tycoon Truong My Lin, which is the woman in white there, I'm assuming, to death by execution for stealing $12 billion. And then they've said too harsh or fair punishment. I mean, it would probably work here, honestly, if we're going to be serious with ourselves, dude. So, you know, just saying, man. Somebody was asking about if this was too much meat for a person here. So my problem is, why are you eating basically raw steak, dude? That shit is still fucking mooing, bro. That's pink as fuck, man. That ain't even cooked at all, dude. Like, no wonder that chick doesn't want to eat that shit. It's not even cooked. Fucking gross, dude. By the way, for those interested, I usually only like my steaks pretty much well done. Or at least very close to them is what it is. Alex Jones was talking, or Owen Schroyer from Alex Jones broadcast today was talking about Simpson. And what O.J. Simpson talked about what people should get. And then quote unquote turbo cancer is off the charts now. So I'll leave it at that basically. Which, by the way, as we all know, ex-Democrat state rep here in Ohio, Bridget Kelly, died recently of esophageal cancer after a 2-year battle with that, man. So, again, should tell you why you shouldn't get things, dude. Just saying. Just saying. Man, this cat is fucking huge, bro. I think it's one of these Maine Coon cats they keep talking about. Things like the damn size of a person, man. Fuck. It's a huge ass cat, man. Cat's the size of a damn dog, man. Hell, that cat's the size of some New York City rats, for God's sakes. Anyway. Wow. This basically shows exactly what a fucking joke our system is for stuff right now. So you got National Public Radio, which is NPR and stuff that we pay our tax dollars pay for, by the way, which we shouldn't be. It says breaking NPR whistleblower reveals NPR's DC newsroom includes 87 registered Democrats and 0 registered Republicans. During a meeting, one of NPR's quote best journalists said it was good we wouldn't said it was good we wouldn't following the Hunter laptop story because it would help Trump. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. And again, it's something Matt brought up last night during his chat, NEA. He was talking about that exact thing, dude. And it was basically they suppressed that shit. And they censored us for even talking about it at the time, whatever the case be. And if people had known about it, hell, even Biden voters, people that voted for Biden at that point, people that couldn't be Biden voters, what it was. And it was them straight up saying, hey, had I known about this fucking laptop thing that exposed a bunch of fucking crimes to this family, would never voted for that asshole, is what they were saying. And it's like, well, first off, why the fuck were you voting for that jackass to begin with, dude? The guy was like obviously a known child molester at that point. Like you could see video evidence out there of him doing that shit all the time, with fucking creeping on kids and stuff, dude. Like, why would you ever think about voting for that son of a bitch then, dude? Oh, this guy's about to get his ass beat in the fucking streets by a bunch of people pretty soon, dude. This guy named Dave Ramsey, who had the audacity to claim, quote, they're just awful. Dave Ramsey snaps at millennials and Gen Z living with their parents, claiming can't buy a house because they don't work. Fuck out of here, douchebag. No, we can't buy a house, Dave Ramsey, because fucking asshole piece of shit baby boomers like your fucking asshole man fucked over our generations by putting fucking fuckface pieces of shit like Joe Biden into the fucking presidency illegally by stuffing fucking ballot boxes, etc. there, fucking jacking up our goddamn economy with inflation like fucking crazy to where we can't afford jack shit right now, to where fucking food costs are 50% of our fucking shit, to where you got a bunch of illegals invading our fucking country every single day through open border system that's jacking rent up to fucking crazy ass prices, to where we're now a quote country of fucking renters. And yeah, then you got on top of all that, you got people like me who want to live in this house for the rest of my fucking life that should be on my fucking property right now after my mother's death 3 months ago, but yet I can't do that because I can't come up with the fucking $75,000 to $100,000 that I owe on her fucking mortgage right now. So instead, because the fucking piece of shit banks don't just write off fucking shit when somebody dies like they should, because they're all a bunch of goddamn corrupt motherfuckers over there, instead we have to sell this property and the house that it's on, or the house it's on, I should say, to pay off that debt, and then I get a third, by the way, of whatever is left after that's what it is then. So God forbid we only sell this place for, $150,000. You know I'm going to get as a third of that one? About $10,000, dude. If even that much. So yeah, fuck you, Dave Ramsey, you piece of shit. Fucking asshole. By the way, it's not my generation. It's not the millennial generation, which I'm technically as Danny Ohm above the millennials, so it is there by a couple of years. But technically, people say I fall in the category, so whatever. But yeah, it's not my generation fucking over our society. It's fucking asshole dipshits like your generation, the Pelosi's of the fucking world, the Schumers of the fucking world, the Bidens of the fucking world, who have been in power for 40, 50 fucking years in most cases. The Maxine Waters, the fucking the Mitch McConnells, the Lindsey Grahams, all people like that have been sitting there in Congress, Senate for fucking 4 goddamn decades or longer. And insider trading the entire time, committing all kinds of fucking felonies every single day of their worthless ass lives at that point. Signing fucking omnibus bills like fucking crazy that send trillions of dollars overseas to fucking Ukraine, every place else for that matter. Fucking jet boats to Saudi Arabia, etc. there. Yet meanwhile, you got the American people struggling up our fucking asses off right now. And then again, what do those omnibus bills do? They raise their national debt up again, and they fuck over our economy even more then, dude. So yeah, fuck yourselves, Ramsey. Fuck yourself, Dave Ramsey, you fucking asshole. And as I hypocrite said, that guy was the eternal boomer and stuff. Anyway. That's fucking crazy, bro. So apparently, this story that I'm going to share to our X page here, there was a dude who apparently had gone and broke his phone so that his wife wouldn't find his call logs, whatever the case be. And when the repair guy opened up the phone there, he found a note inside with a $100 bill that said, "Tell my wife the phone's unfixable. $100 is yours." And then I guess the wife came in a day early and told the guy, "I'll pay you $200 to fix the phone because I want to know what the fuck's going on with this guy." So, yeah. Pretty sure he got paid double on that one and fixed that phone, and that guy's probably a dead man now, is my guess, honestly. So, anywho. But since we are talking about Buckshot Thursday here, I think we're going to finish off with this 2A story of the day, which is a little, of A, B, C, and D kind of thing. So we got long range. Which one? It was A, B, C, and D. I want to say every single one of these is a 50 cal, but I could be wrong about that one. I know for a fact the top one is anyway, for sure. I'm not sure about all the other ones. I want to say this bolt action is C, might be, and I want to say the other two might be like 338 Lapua or something. So it's hard to say, man. Like, the problem with 50 cal is, like, okay, so here's the thing, right? If we're talking about unlimited funds, like if I have unlimited funds, it doesn't, like, ammo cost doesn't matter, whatever the case be, and I can just get, whatever I need at that point, then I'd probably say A, just because that is essentially a 50 cal semi-auto that can have follow-up shots and stuff like that in pretty quick succession. Whereas all the other ones, I believe, are some kind of bolt action rifle. Now, granted, that being said, there is, like, obviously we got the 50 cal on A, which is I believe that is some kind of compensator for, obviously, recoil and stuff like that. Same thing with C, for that matter. And then B doesn't have anything on it, just a weird barrel twist. D has an actual suppressor, though, is what it is. So maybe D actually might be the one to go with, though. Because, like I said, I'm not sure if that's 238 Lapua or what that is in that caliber there. It doesn't look like 50 cal, because it definitely looks like a smaller magazine for sure. So that actually may be the good one to go with, though. If you're talking about, like let's say we're talking about, like, okay, well, it all depends on the situation, too. If we're talking about, like, Civil War and stuff, I think definitely D would be the answer to go with on that one, just because of the can and stuff. Because you could basically, if worse comes to worse, you could snipe people out and stuff like that if you needed to. So, but like I said, if money was no option, I'd probably say A, honestly. Like, if money was no option, ammo was no option, like, I would definitely say A for sure. Because I like to look at A for sure, man, is what it is. And plus, like I said, it's the only one, as far as I can tell here, that's not a bolt action. It's not that I have anything wrong with bolt actions and stuff like that. It's just like, I just don't like bolt actions, what it is, dude, honestly. I prefer something that can repeat immediately. So, anyway. Also, one thing I've never been a fan of, when you look at that one for C, how it has that weird, like, rise up and stuff like that, and, like, the whole, like, stock basically comes apart and has, like, a weird, like, rise on it is what it is. I really don't like that shit, dude. It just looks ugly as fuck to me, personally. So, although to be fair, those crazy ass, that one on C there, those crazy ass bipod grips and stuff like that look like they're fucking, like, gripping into the ground, basically, what it would be, man. That's some pretty wild shit, man, for sure. So, honestly, though, and I'm thinking about this right now, because in Tremors 2 Aftershocks, Bert's gun was a Grizzly single shot 50 cal. And it was basically a bolt action. And you had, but it was still 50 caliber, obviously. And it just shot right through those shriekers, and then kept going because the trying to think what the actual phrasing now is, what it is. Just like the force of the round and everything like that's what it is then. Sorry, my mind is kind of blinking out right now. What the hell I'm actually thinking about. Like terminal velocity and all stuff like that's what it is, and like how powerful that round actually is what I'm saying. Essentially is what it is. So So yeah, maybe 50 cal wouldn't be the thing to go with though, unless you're killing like the actual graboids and stuff like that in that movie. Like you'd want the 50 cal obviously for that reasoning. Whereas the other ones could probably all do the job if that be the case then. So yeah, I don't know. I think, like I said, I think honestly of all four of them, I think D is probably the best choice on that one, just because if you're gonna have somebody on like Overwatch or something, or like on top of a building or something like that's what it is, like Grid Down or like Civil War and stuff like that. That's the kind of one you'd actually want, though. By the way, that Civil War movie sucked ass that came out the other day. I want to point that one out. I was watching some of it today, is what it was, and oh my god, bro, that was like the worst fucking thing ever. Is what it is, man. So. It is the most garbage thing ever, is what it is, man. So anyway, but that being said, I did say we were going to go after that though, but I actually got two more things on top right here, which is basically dumbass Maxine Waters being the last story of the day. But we're going to talk about this one actually, which is breaking 7 hours ago. Suspect arrested over bombing at Alabama Attorney General's office. Suspect is a trans non-binary Antifa terrorist. Says modern LGBTQ movement is radicalizing the so-called activists and becoming violent extremists. Well, first off, stop calling these fucking terrorist activists, dude. They're not activists. They are literal fucking terrorists by definition is what it is. They should be treated as such. Antifa itself is a fucking terrorist organization, bro. The second you have somebody joining up with that thing, they're not a fucking activist. They're a fucking domestic terrorist at that point in this country's history. Period. End fucking story. So then TikTok said the uptake in LGBTQ violence is alarming. So... yeah, no, Antifa's been a terrorist organization forever, dude. Stop fucking calling them activists at that point. I'm going to go ahead and write that to him. This. But yeah, then you got dipshit Maxine Waters here bitching and moaning about stuff. Said, what Waters? They don't say racist things, but they do say things. They don't like something I said. And then, as Wall Street Silver pointed out, it said, so if we don't accept what a black person says, we're being racist. Mind you, Maxine Waters should have been tossed in fucking prison a long time ago, back in like 2018, when she literally called for violence against Trump supporters at gas stations and everything else like that, dude. Then again, during the whole, what was it, that idiot, that cop shot in Minnesota there, where she was yelling taser, and stuff like that. Then you have Waters in her fucking freak mask, which was like a crazy face shield thing, whatever the case be, which was like a goddamn alien at that point. Was again calling for violence back then, and she's called for violence at least twice more since then, dude, is what it is, in the last like 4 years or so. So yeah, this old bitch should be in fucking prison right now, dude. Facing multiple fucking federal felonies at this point, honestly. Up to and including a death penalty sentence is what it is there, man. For the crime she's committed in office right now. From deprivation under color of law to fucking actual, like, oath breaking and stuff like that is what it is there. So. And not to mention, like, insider trading and all kinds of fucking child molestation and everything else like that. Because damn well she's been raping kids, man, for decades. So. Yeah, for real, man. Not to mention crimes against humanity charges for trying to force people to take things that they don't want to take in their bodies and stuff like that, which is also death penalty sentence, by the way, for crimes against humanity is what it is there. So somebody pointed out a great one. It says, "Why is Biden walking like this?" He was walking with the Japanese prime minister. He looked like a fucking robot, dude. I'll tell you what, man. If somebody honestly told me right now that Biden has been replaced with a robotic body double, I would not be surprised by it, dude. Like, he looks like a fucking robot, dude. He reminds me of that, like, weird-ass, like, toy soldier fucking creature from the one Santa Claus movie when they tried to clone Scott Calvin in that movie is what it was. And it came out like this weird, like, freaky-ass looking Santa Claus or whatever the case be that was, like, obviously, like, a robotic, like, wind-up toy and stuff. It looks like that thing, honestly, dude. So, Yeah, it's just super fucking suspicious is what it is, dude. Yeah, and then of course you got New York Post talking about that 14-year-old kid that was stabbed to death to protect girlfriend from, quote, 2 Brockalava-clad teens in mall. Yeah, Brockalava-clad teens, aka there were 2 black teens, dude, period. Fucking dumbasses. So... And of course, you got this dumb cunt talking about, oh, man's cheating on me, so I'm gonna go fucking kill his kid in the womb. Fucking piece of crap woman, dude. By the way, these are the fucking scumbags that the left loves to support, dude. Just a bunch of fucking scum in general. Ooh, this is where we're gonna leave off today, actually, on this one. So apparently, as of 3 hours ago, you had Congressman Jim Jordan is officially launching an investigation into piece of shit Fulton County DA Fannie Willis, who's a known Soros fuck girl, is what it is, dude. About time. About fucking time. So, anyway, of course, there's that video of people cleaning their kitties up. Some shampoo and stuff. So, you'll see that kind of stuff on our page too, ever so often, because, you know, we like to talk about that kind of stuff, is what it is. What the fuck? We also got American cattle rancher. The attack on American raised meat continues. 70-year processing plant in Denver with 170 good jobs with benefits could be permanently closed now. Dude, they really are just going for broke at this point. To try to force us to Agenda 2030 is what it is, man. So, okay, I guess I was wrong about that dude who was sentenced there in the Apple River stabbing is what it was. He was I don't know about where that river's located. I thought it was Wisconsin, but he was actually from Minnesota is what it is there. So, and yeah, people were saying it was obvious self-defense and stuff. And it was, by the way. It's fucked up, bro. So... Yeah, and then of course you got that fucking piece of shit motherfucker Tony Gonzalez, who is a current congressman trying to run against who Brennan Herrera is trying to get out of office right now. Trying to smear Brennan Herrera, claiming that Herrera supposedly made fun of Greg Abbott being wheelchair bound, which is an absolute fucking lie. We all know Tony's a fucking sack of shit, gun grabbing piece of crap, dude. In fact, I'm gonna call that motherfucker out. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That my guy, whatever the guy's name is there. It's just a sad situation all the way around. It's kind of fucked up. Dude was repoing a guy's car at a gas station. I mean, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, you know. Speaking of which, for those interested, I'm just going to show the article there. You can take it from there is what it is. But yeah, about going back to OJ's whole thing there, dude. This was OJ Simpson a couple years ago. Then he wonders why he died of a cancer battle. And I'll leave it at that, really. So, yep. And of course, you got Elaine Stefanski to Chris Ray. Are you aware that there is an audio recording of Biden saying to his ghostwriter in February 2016, saying, "I just found all the classified stuff downstairs"? Okay, so here's the sad part, right? I feel like the problem with the Republican Party right now is, and I think this might all be for show, honestly, because, okay, so say that they do remove Biden, right? Like, say that they're able to literally impeach him, which, by the way, she shouldn't even have to be impeached at this point because he's a damn fucking cheater. She's removed from office, period, is what it is. So should Kamala, for that matter. The entire point of the matter is, though, is that you have people who are trying to pull this shit, and they're pulling it in such a way where you could easily have cheater-ass Kamala take over into the presidency rules, what it is, appoint her own bullshit, VP, which is another fucking cheating person at that point, because they don't have to really appoint anybody, because, the whole point, yeah. They're all cheaters, man. That's the whole point at the end of the day. But yeah, so basically how things would work is you would have Kamala being able to appoint somebody unconstitutional is what it is, and the VP ship is what it is then if she became president, technically speaking, even though she became president, what it is there, because again, she's a fucking cheater. But yeah, so you'd have her do that thing, whatever the case be, and then from there, let's say it was like a Michelle Obama type, or whatever the case be, and then Kamala could just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna step down now," and then bang, bang, boom, you got 3 people in fucking presidency in the time span of like a couple of months or something like that, none of which could ever be elected into office because they're all a bunch of fucking damn cheaters, what it is, bro. So yeah, it's fucking insane, dude. It's fucking insane. And it's sad that we have the situation going on in this country, that you have people who were refusing to do their fucking job as secretaries of state, as AGs, etc., to literally bring charges against these fucking people, man. So, yeah. Again, going back to a raw burger on a fucking plate, dude. Like, bro, like, I don't know what people are talking about with steak, man. Like, this shit is raw meat that somebody sizzled the outside of for like a second. Like, that shit is raw, dude. Like, no, I would not eat that. It's fucking disgusting. You're eating raw. You're gonna get fucking food poisoning from that, dude. For real. Like, it's just pure food poisoning, bro. Waiting to happen right now. All right, now my shit's going back to the first thing, then, or whatever. Okay, so yeah, we're fine then. So, I'm going to try to see if I can find that movie with the wolves, is what it is, because I'm still trying to find out what the fuck that's even called now. Yeah, somebody asked what movie that's from. Okay, let me see if I can find out the movie then. Let's see. That's what the movie was. Okay, it was a movie called Storks. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So yeah, it was the girl that was dropped off to wolves, apparently. So. Yep, that's what it is. Okay. So it was a movie from 2016 then it's like a Pixar film or whatever then. Yep, that's what it was. Okay. So now that we know that, we're going to go look up that wolf scene, is what it is then, and watch that then for a couple minutes. But yeah, other than that though, sorry, I'm super fucking tired right now. Oh, God. So yeah, it's been real. It's been fun. We'll be back tomorrow for Freedom Friday, where we'll be discussing most likely Mike DeWine's State of the State from the other day. If I actually can get through the stuff and figure out like what was all said there, maybe that'll just be the actual stream. If that be the case, it'll just be me watching it, reviewing over what he said and stuff like that. That's what it was there. So, or I might just see if I can find like an actual like Cliff's Notes version or whatever the case be of what the talking points and whatever was what it was there, because we all know the old man's a lying sack of shit at this point, dude. This state is fucked, dude, is what it is. If you actually, like, seriously, if Mike DeWine really wanted to fix Ohio, dude, he would be going to every fucking gun company in America right now and being like, hey, would you like to bring manufacturing to Ohio? Whether it be, actually producing firearms here, whether it be producing scopes, whether it be producing red dots, whatever the case be. Hell, go to fucking Magpul and be like, hey, would you like to produce your fucking various Magpul furniture here in this state? And we'll cut you all tax breaks and shit. Like, that's what he should be doing right now, dude. He should be going like full bore for fucking manufacturing in the state right now, dude. And that's one thing that pisses me off, by the way, is there are so many places right now in essentially a ghetto of downtown Canton right now that could easily be renovated. There are buildings all around there that could either be demolished and rebuilt, or there's buildings around there that potentially the outside of them could be redone entirely to make them structurally sound and stuff like that, and have the inside obviously, checked for structural integrity and whatnot, and what have you. There is what it is, and then you would simply bring a bunch of tooling and stuff in there, and you have a fucking train line right there. Is what it is, dude. You improve the fucking rail car, the train system is what it is there for the actual train tracks and stuff like that to make sure it's up to date and everything like that. And yeah, you have a fucking building like right there next to it that can be used for two-way manufacturing, where you can literally put the shit on a fucking train car out the back door is what it is, and send it off to another fucking state. And we could be one of the best hubs for second-hand manufacturing in this country, dude. And they're not doing that at all right now. And it's like, it boggles my fucking mind, honestly, dude. Or really not even two-way manufacturing, just any manufacturer for that matter. It's like, dude, we have places that are perfect fucking places to do this stuff in, and it's just sitting there empty. We could have like great jobs be brought back into this state, and these old dumb motherfuckers would rather just sit there and fucking have a thumb up their ass is what it is, and do nothing to help future generations in the state is what it is, dude. I just don't get it. I just don't get it at all. And the only thing I can guess is it has to be just the pure corruption of these people is what it is, man. That it's like, oh, well, I got mine, fuck everybody else kind of shit is what it is then, dude. Which makes total logical sense then. So, anyway. It just, it's so fucking infuriating, man. It really is. And like I said, it pisses me off beyond belief. Because we could be so much better right now as a state. We could be so much more of a great state if it wasn't for these fucking idiots in charge right now is what it is, dude. Which, by the way, is why I'm going to try run for governor 2 years if we actually still are a functioning country at that point. Because I know for a fact that my governorship could actually get shit done. We could actually be the rush to restoration that Ohio needs to be at the forefront of innovation in this state, in this country. So, anyway. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. I'll see y'all a couple hours on Tactical Muffin Top's tactical chat, which will be about a little over an hour from now, is what I'm not mistaken. So in that time right now, I think I'm going to go make some food momentarily, which unfortunately I don't really have the time to like cook. So I think most likely what's going to be is I'll just make some shit and toss it in some things that it is there. So now that I think about it going back and stuff like that, because I got the frozen hash brown things from Aldi's the other day, I really should have told my sister to give me like 2 or 3 packs of those, man, because I've gone through almost that entire pack now, and those are fucking good, man. I'm sure they're probably poison, honestly, but they're good. Like, legitimately, I figured out the best way to do them actually last night. So it's basically you turn the toaster oven up all the way, and then you just pop them in, and by the third go around, they're finally stable on the one side, and then you flip them back over the other side to where it's like still a little bit not hard or whatever, and then you pop them back in a 4th time, and yeah, they're pure crunch on the outside and very delicious on the inside is what it is then. And it takes about, I forget how long that toaster actually takes to cook them is what it is, like 3 or 4 minutes a piece or something like that. So it's about 15 minutes, give or take, to do it all that time you need to do is what it is there. But yeah, they taste really, really good is what it is then, dude. So obviously I don't have the ability to fry in this house right now because the air fryer I have no idea where it's at right now. It's super heavy to even move if that be the case then. So plus I would never do it for that one thing is what it is there or whatever. So but yeah, they're good though. They're good. And I tried to do them in the oven the other day is what it was, and they didn't taste as good at all on that one. It just tasted weird then. Because the problem was you almost need to flip them over then is what it is, and I get a chance to do that is what it was then. So it was basically the one side was all hard and crunchy. The other side was all super gross and like not even fully cooked through is what it is then. Whereas, yeah, in the toaster and stuff, it's way better to do that way. Which even after 3 times, it's not too bad as well. Like you can actually, like, I would say 3 times in, you're good to go to eat them and stuff. But like the 4th time is where you actually got like the full crunch on both sides of what it is then. So, but yeah, totally worth it, man. Totally worth it. And definitely something we're looking into more of then. Somebody did a video earlier that says Sheila Jackson Lee proves her Yale degree as useless as tits on a boar. Yeah, pretty much, dude. She's a fucking moron for sure. She has no business being in Congress right now. Again, Sheila's been in there for almost 30 years now, since 1995 is what it is. So, yeah, again, this is why we need term limits, age limits, health limits, and especially automatic disqualifications, both on holding office and even running for office for that matter. Because fuck these people, man, for real. So, anyway. That being said, that's where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay safe, stay vigilant, always be carrying. As Tactical brought up in the chat earlier, always have less than lethal now is what it is, which, you know, thankfully I do have that now, which is, I'm now carrying something that actually is less than lethal when I leave the house is what it is right now, which is a bottle of pepper spray. So, you know, God forbid I gotta ever, you know, use something in self-defense. Like, I'd much rather mace somebody in the face than have to shoot them in the face is what it is. So, whereas, you know, don't really want to do either, obviously, but if it comes to it, you know, like, I want to be out if the Civil War actually starts, that's what it is, dude, and not be stuck in, like, a prison cell or something like that and have to, like, you know, break my way out and whatnot, and then, you know, essentially do, like, all kinds of criminal shit to get my hands on guns and stuff if that be the case then. So, anyway, but, yeah. I will say one thing, though, which is kind of surprising to me that does kind of bother me about TV series and stuff in this country, is, like, for instance, like Walking Dead and stuff like that, you had Rick and them all go to the armory and stuff like that is what it was there. But yet, nobody ever goes to the evidence locker, dude. Like, really? Like, is there not, like, guns and mags and ammo and stuff in the evidence locker from, like, various cases and shit, dude? Like, come on, man. Like, all you do is, like, start looking through boxes and shit, dude, for evidence. And, like, grit down there. Like, it's definitely an excellent thing to do, honestly, right now. If you need to get, like, guns from those places, dude. Now, granted, that being said, you're probably going to find, like, a 25 auto or something like that with, like, a mag and, like, 4 or 5 rounds in it or whatever the case be, or 4 or 5 rounds with it would be then, like another evidence bag or something. But, I mean, it's you know, better than nothing, honestly. It's better than a fucking sharp stick in the eye, basically. So, you know, nothing else, like, you upgrade during the fucking Battlefield pickups, what it is then, man. So, anyway. But, yeah. So, anywho. But that's where we're at for the day. Like I said, hope you guys enjoy this episode. Be back later for Tactical Show, and then tomorrow we'll do Freedom Friday sometime tomorrow afternoon is what it'll be. Not sure exactly when. Might be 5, might be 6 p.m. my time. Not really sure, honestly. It all depends on how I'm feeling and what I'm doing and whatnot. So, and if my cousins and I are going to hang out later in the morning or not and go do some stuff, because we might be doing a reseller Friday tomorrow as well. I'm not sure yet. It depends if we all go to the place to buy up some stuff then or not. Which I still need to get a bunch of this other shit online right now and get it onto like Craigslist or Apple or Facebook Marketplace or something like that's what it is then, because I definitely need to start selling a few things what it is here and make some money there to put back into my account now, because my account's almost dry again now after I got the DTT stuff the other day. There's money allocated to that, but at the same time, it's like, it sucks to see, like, the balance of your bank account go from, like, a decent chunk to, like, almost nothing now is what it is. So, yeah, not fun at all, bro. And still not sure I'm going to get my stuff from them is what it is. I think it's going to end up being it's going to be at least, like, another week or two probably before I get my shit in. That'll be the case then, because they have, like, they tell you exactly what the amount of days it is for your shit or whatever then, and it's like, they don't give me an actual estimation of time, knows what it is. They just give me the business days thing or whatever it is there. So I'm assuming it'll be sometime next week or after that, maybe even. So, but either way, it's like, I look forward to whatever it comes in then, because can't wait to assemble this second AR is what it is then, dude, because I really want to have two on hand right now is what it is in case shit happens here in this country. So, because if nothing else, then I can at least arm my neighbor guy if something pops up before I have to move here is what it is then. Or if nothing else, if I have a chick in my life, whatever the case be, I can just arm her at some point then if that be the case then. So, you know, or if she's, you know, not cool, or if she has her own AR for that matter, I could just, you know, let's go ahead and say I am dating a single mother, whatever the case be. Like, hey, it's like, hey, kid, here's your gun. And like, you know, teach her child how to shoot and like arm them up if that be the case with their kid is what it is then. So, but yeah, because that's the thing, man. You know, people always say, like, you know, you don't want to, you know, have to be confronted by, you know, powers that shouldn't be in many cases at your front door and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, man, depending on the age of your kids, dude, they can be your backup, honestly. So, you know, if worse comes to worse, man, like, there is always that. Obviously, it has to do with age and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, it really shouldn't come to that again because tyrannical government shouldn't exist in this country is what it is, though. And again, a lot of that would be, you know, done away with immediately if we could actually have like term limits and auto DQs and stuff like that in power right now. If alphabet agencies like the FBI, ATF, CIA, etc., didn't exist at all because they're a bunch of unelected bureaucrats and stuff like that. And a lot of it has to do with actually just, you know, knocking the IRS at this point, because if we actually knock the IRS out of a fucking place, they're what funds a lot of these organizations, dude. So it's like you could easily have like 4 or 5 different alphabet agencies knocked out in one fell swoop with the IRS being knocked out of places with it is then. So anyway, which more or less leads to a tax revolt in this country would be then. So anywho, but yeah, other than that, stay safe, stay vigilant, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys later in Tacticals chat. Bye, y'all.